Glad you made it. Oh, I missed you. So, where's this mysterious husband we heard all about?
He's coming.
Please don't tell me Maximus bailed.
Good.
So, heard you got a new hubby, sweetie. When's he arriving?
Oh, it's probably just some story she cooked up to stop people talking. Poor thing.
Not surprising. I mean, she's 30. Once a woman hits that age, you become undateable.
No, plus a kid looks so bad on dating apps.
This is exactly why I refuse to come home single this Christmas.
Auntie Pamela, Debbie, my dating life, quite frankly, is none of your concern.
We're only worried about you.
All these years without a husband.
Zip it, Pamela.
You know, you always spoiled her rotten. And look what happened. She got knocked up out of wedlock, raising a kid all alone.
I'm not alone.
And what does this mysterious husband do?
They mock the woman's husband as trash, yet the woman's husband is the top executive. Let's start today's story.
I was so drunk last night. I can't remember who I was with. I must return this to her so I can see her again.
Happy New Year.
Sam, it's me. Hey, find me the girl from last night. I don't care how, just do it.
I will find you.
So I'm flying the space shuttle for the second time, and this guy passes out.
All right, it's about that time.
So, are you kissing anybody at midnight?
Yeah, him.
Hi.
Just pay up.
You have a cute scar.
It's just my birthmark.
If you want me to stop, tell me now.
I don't want you to stop.
Maximus, can't you get married already? Bring home a wife or at least a girlfriend. I need grandkids. I need you
Message received, Mom. I need to go now. I have to inspect the new headquarters.
"7 years. Why can't I ever find you? And why do you still haunt me?"
Still thinking about that girl? Boss, it's been years.
I'm ready to go to the inspection now.
Your vest, sir? But first, we found your fake Christmas wife. She's waiting in the coffee shop. Blonde hair, red top. And, sir, make sure you use an alias. We can't have her knowing the Harrison Group CEO or she'll jack up the price.
Good. Finally, I can get my mother off my back.
Hi. One iced vanilla latte, please.
And one hot chocolate. I can't wait to finally meet my new daddy. Now Auntie Deborah and Pamela can't say I have no daddy anymore.
Sweetie, remember, it's just pretend. It's just for Christmas.
But Mommy, why do we have to rent a daddy? Where's my real one?
I'll tell you when you're older. Sweetie, why don't you go find us a table?
Oh, well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not your dad.
No, I know you're my daddy, just as handsome as that.
Oh.
Mommy, hurry! Your fake Christmas husband has arrived.
I asked the agency for an average-looking guy. He's gorgeous.
Why does she feel so familiar?
She's waiting in the coffee shop. Blonde hair, red top.
You must be my new Christmas husband.
So, you're my new Christmas wife.
See, I knew you're the new daddy we had, right? Hi, my name's Piper. What's your name?
Sam didn't say anything about a kid.
Max, Aurelius.
Eva. I think we should probably sit and discuss the details of this fake marriage.
I just need a wife for the holidays. I guess Mom gets her grandkid too.
So, per our agreement, the rate is $1,000 per hour, and...
$1,000 an hour?
Well, yeah.
It's $500 a day.
Is that enough?
That's the most that I can pay you.
Wait, you're paying me $500 a day?
That's what I agreed with the agency. You'll make your thousands over the week. Look, my requirements are simple, okay? Play my pretend husband, come with me to my hometown, and we all pretend to be one big happy family. And then my family will get off my back, so Piper can have a good Christmas for once.
So she's getting pressure from her folks too.
Fine. But you have to help me get my mom off my case too.
Okay, deal. Ready to go get married?
Wow, clean up nice.
It's my wedding day after all.
Pictures. Thank you. Y'all guys are supposed to look like you're in love.
Okay, I think we got it.
Oh, I need some photos of us together too, to prove to my parents that I'm actually married and have a happy family.
Yeah, of course.
Happy holidays, Mom. From my family to you.
Bad news, boss. The agency said that the girl that they recruited to be your fake wife bailed last minute.
Wait, she bailed? Then who is...
Who is she? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I've got what I need.
Sam, don't worry about it. I already found someone.
Okay, well, I think it's time for us to go. Christmas shopping waits for no one.
Christmas shopping? I should come. Look, if you want me to be the husband in this fake-it-to-your-family plan, I think I should have some say in the gifts. It'll make it more believable.
Fine. Yeah, fine. Okay, you can come.
Let's go. Which mall are we going to?
Let's go to that one.
Oh, let's go to the bank.
What the actual fuck? Sam, is Maximus pulling another one of his goddamn elaborate pranks again? Get me a DNA test for that little girl that he's with. She does kind of look like him.
So when we give these gifts to my parents, we will say they're from you.
Here, let me get this.
They're gonna love you, Max. Oh, so I was thinking that since we're married, we should probably kiss once or twice in front of them.
Okay. Should we use our tongues or?
No, definitely not. And absolutely no.
Sex?
Yes. Strictly business. Anything physical outside of that is not happening.
What? Afraid you'll fall for me?
I just don't want Piper to have messy complications getting in the way of her having a good Christmas. Let's go.
Here.
What are you doing?
I'd never let my woman pick up the tab.
Well, I'm not your woman, and this isn't a real relationship, and I don't want your money.
Attention shoppers, all bakery items are now 50% off.
50% off pies. Quick, go grab a dozen pumpkin pies.
12 pumpkin pies. Did I hear this right?
They're the best kind. Hurry up and go. Go. What are you standing here for?
Hello there.
Hi.
You ready?
Yes, yeah, just these things.
Okay, great. We have a holiday special today. Spend $500, get 10% off, and you are just short $15 if you want to take advantage of the deal.
Oh, great. Yeah. What do you have that's just $15?
Will you get a move on? I just got here. Relax. Yeah. Here, this will do the trick. Okay, thank you.
Hurry up and pay.
I will pay when I'm ready. You can wait your turn. Thank you.
Damn, my fake wife has some fire in her.
Oh, wait, not the pies, not the pies. You can just set those on top.
Hi, guys. And I hand you all these pies. Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I hope you like pumpkin.
Thank you.
She bought all 12 pies,
Don't worry, I have enough for everybody.
just to give it away.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. What?
You do that often?
As often as I can. We should go. We gotta pick up Piper.
Hey, watch out! You done feeling me up?
Shut up.
Oh, sorry, I was just in character, wifey.
Well, stay out of character until Christmas. And don't be late. Harrison Group? Do you do construction for them or something?
Sorta.
Not that I'm judging, I just need to get my story straight or my mom will eat both of us alive. Why don't we say that you do mid-level management for Harrison Group? I think that's respectable.
Can we pick another company?
No, Harrison Group is perfect. Then they'll find it impressive. My cousin's husband works for them too, so it's perfect. Oh, and wear something nice for Christmas dinner?
Don't worry. Okay, I clean up nicely. I wouldn't embarrass you. Too much. Let's go, Sam. It's time to check out the new HQ site.
Hold on, you're covered in water and you have a hair on your shoulder and it's not yours.
It's my daughter's.
Waters. Get me a DNA test for that little girl that he's with.
Dad.
Glad you made it. Oh, I missed you. So, where's this mysterious husband we heard all about?
He's coming.
Please don't tell me Maximus bailed.
Good.
So,
So, heard you got a new hubby, sweetie. When's he arriving?
Oh, it's probably just some story she cooked up to stop people talking. Poor thing.
Not surprising. I mean, she's 30. Once a woman hits that age, you become undateable.
Oh, plus a kid looks so bad on dating apps.
This is exactly why I refuse to come home single this Christmas.
Auntie Pamela, Debbie, my dating life, quite frankly, is none of your concern.
We're only worried about you.
All these years without a husband.
Zip it, Pamela.
You know, you always spoiled her rotten. And look what happened. She got knocked up out of wedlock, raising a kid all alone.
I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm. And what does this mysterious husband do?
He's a manager.
Manager? Of what? Trash.
Probably a cover for criminal activity.
You don't have to lie to us, Eva.
Actually, he's right here.
Oh, wow. Wow. He is really good looking. Must be AI.
Congratulations, Eva, on your Photoshop skills. Fake.
That's enough. She's our daughter and your niece. Show some respect.
Remember last year when I introduced you to my husband's nephew, William, and you turned him down? Well, guess what? William works for the Harrison Group now. Makes $500,000 a year.
That's $500,000.
$500,000. Girls are lining up for him all the way to New York. And speak of the devil, Willie, you made it. There you are. Oh, look at you now, living the dream.
Oh, just think, Eva. Well, you could be driving around in a car like that had you not married that criminal waste manager.
So married, huh? Is it serious?
That's what marriage is. It's pretty serious.
Wow. You must have rushed to tie the knot, huh? Makes sense, though. You not being a hot young thing anymore. Dragging that kid around with no daddy.
A bullet dodged, Willie. Meanwhile, you're climbing the Harrison Group ladder.
That's right. Just bought this brand new suit with my Christmas bonus. Women love a man in red. Sexy, like Santa Claus. Wanna sit on my lap?
Don't touch me. Oh, so entitled. William's a successful man of taste, not waste. And yet, for some reason, he's willing to overlook your baggage.
I mean, look at that car. Could your husband afford anything even close to that?
Think of the life I can give you and Piper with all my Harrison Group money. Ditch your nobody husband and marry me instead.
I wouldn't marry you if you were the last man on earth.
My mom would never marry. She already has a husband. He's gonna kick your butt.
Is that so? Well then, where is he? Because I don't see him. Does anyone see him? No, just like I thought. Telling lies just like Mommy. That puts you on the naughty list. And let me show you what happens to naughty children. Hey,
Are you okay?
see your ass. Oh my God. We're gonna take her in and get her packed up, okay? Come on, hon. Let's go. What the hell's the matter with you?
How dare you put your filthy hands on my daughter! Let me go.
Now, why would I go and do a thing like that when I'm having such a good time?
Let me go!
Touch my wife again and I will snap every finger that you've got.
In documents she was never meant to see, and what she discovers changes everything. because Lydia realizes something horrifying. Damien didn't marry the wrong bride. He married the right one. Lydia was the daughter of a secret bloodline, a lineage connected to an ancient fortune, a political prophecy, and a deadly secret her parents hid for decades. Damien needs Lydia alive because she is the key to unlocking a legacy that hundreds of powerful families have killed for. But Lydia learns something more shocking. Her childhood fiancé, Ethan, the man she thought loved her, was actually part of the conspiracy to sacrifice her. He knew she was destined to die at 24. He pretended to love her only to keep her compliant. Damien didn't kidnap her. He saved her. But salvation comes with a price. Lydia now belongs to the most dangerous man alive, and Damien has no intention of letting her go, not after he discovers something even he didn't expect. He is falling in love with her, and when the Ghost King falls in love, entire empires burn. Super long English drama narration #2. The woman who found a baby on her doorstep and realized it was hers. This story begins on a quiet winter morning. Snow blankets the street. The world seems peaceful until a single cry breaks the silence. A woman named Claire Rivers, a hard-working emergency nurse, opens her apartment door and finds a baby basket sitting in the hallway. Inside it, a newborn girl wrapped in a blanket embroidered with Claire's own initials ... At first, Claire thinks it must be a mistake, a prank, some kind of tragic abandonment. But then she sees a note, a single line written in trembling handwriting. "Please protect our daughter. They cannot know she survived." Claire freezes. The handwriting looks disturbingly familiar because it looks like her own. Impossible, insane. But the more Claire examines it, the more certain she becomes. She wrote this note, or someone who knew her handwriting perfectly. But Claire has never been pregnant, never given birth, never even been in a long-term relationship ... So how could this baby be hers? As Claire holds a baby, a wave of foreign memories hits her. Images she doesn't recognize, faces she's never seen, hospital rooms she's never entered. Every night, the memories grow stronger. A surgery she didn't remember, a man she never met, a hospital bed where she was unconscious. Claire begins digging into her past and uncovers a horrifying truth. 3 years ago, she was involved in a major accident. She was unconscious for 2 days. Doctors claimed she suffered only mild injuries, but that wasn't true. During those missing 2 days, Claire was used as a surrogate test subject for a fertility experiment led by a secret organization seeking to create genetically perfect children. Claire was selected for her medical resilience. They implanted a fertilized embryo into her body, monitored the early pregnancy, then removed the fetus covertly before she woke. Claire was never meant to know, never meant to remember, but the baby was supposed to be destroyed. Someone inside the organization betrayed them and saved the infant, placing the child on Claire's doorstep as a last chance for survival. Now, a powerful corporation is hunting for the baby. They will eliminate anyone who stands in their way. Claire must run, hide, fight. She becomes a fugitive, protecting a child she never planned for, yet feels an unexplainable bond with. The twist, The baby begins showing abilities far beyond a normal infant. Rapid learning, unusual awareness, and neurological patterns never documented before. Claire realizes the company wasn't trying to create the perfect baby. They were trying to create the perfect weapon. And now, they will do anything to reclaim it. Super long English drama narration #3. The princess who escaped her own funeral. This is the story of a princess who attended her own funeral. Her name is Serafini Aldora, the firstborn heir to the Aldora kingdom. Known for her intelligence, beauty, and unmatched talent with diplomacy, but political enemies feared her. They needed her gone. The night before her coronation, Serafini is poisoned by her most trusted advisor. Her pulse stops. Her body grows cold. Doctors declare her death. The nation mourns. Her father falls to his knees. A grand royal funeral is prepared. Thousands gather to see the princess one last time. But here's a twist. Serafini wakes up inside her coffin, paralyzed, unable to scream, yet fully conscious. A rare toxin was used, one that mimics death flawlessly but wears off within 24 hours. Serafini fights with every ounce of strength. The sarcophagus cracks open. She crawls out, gasping for air, covered in funeral flowers. Her first thought isn't fear, it's vengeance. But she can't return to the palace because everyone has already accepted her death. The kingdom has moved on. Her younger sister is taking the throne. Her advisor, the traitor, is now controlling the royal council. Serafini realizes she must stay dead. She disguises herself and goes into hiding, forming alliances with assassins, spies, and rebels. Slowly, she uncovers the conspiracy. Foreign nations, corrupted nobles, and even her own sister, who secretly wanted the crown. The deeper Serafini digs, the darker the truth becomes. The assassination wasn't just about power. It was part of a prophecy that foretold the eldest daughter of Aldora shall bring ruin to the realm. The kingdom didn't want to kill her out of hate. They killed her out of fear. But Serafini isn't the monster the prophecy claimed. The true monster is the person who forged the prophecy in the first place, and she plans to reclaim everything stolen from her, her crown, her kingdom, and her fate. But first, the dead princess must return from the shadows.
It begins on a rain-soaked highway. A lone woman, in a torn evening gown, stumbling barefoot through the dark. No ID, no phone, no memory of who she is. But within the next hour, the world will learn her name, because this woman is none other than Evelyn Ardent, the missing heiress of $1 trillion empire, presumed dead for 10 long years. The story opens with a small-town sheriff answering a call about a confused stranger wandering near the county border. When he arrives, the woman only whispers one sentence, "Don't let him find me." She's trembling, terrified, staring into the trees as though someone or something is hunting her. At the hospital, doctors discover something even stranger. Evelyn shows signs of repeated injections, controlled sedation, and restraints that have been removed only hours ago. She wasn't wandering, she escaped. News outlets explode. Paparazzi swarm the hospital. The Ardent family, owners of the world's largest biotech conglomerate, immediately sends a private security convoy to retrieve her, but Evelyn refuses to leave. She says her family isn't trying to rescue her, they're trying to silence her. Piece by piece, she starts recalling fragments of the lost decade, a secret research facility, a genetic experiment gone wrong, and a man who called himself Director Hale. She remembers steel doors, sleepless nights, needles, and whispering voices behind glass walls. She remembers running. Just as Evelyn begins cooperating with investigators, a mysterious fire erupts in the hospital's east wing. Security footage shows masked intruders cutting the power. Their target, Evelyn, with alarms blaring. The sheriff grabs her hand and escapes through a back stairwell. But they're too late. The Arden family's private strike team has surrounded the building. Cornered, Evelyn suddenly remembers why she vanished in the first place. She wasn't kidnapped, she was the experiment. And the secret locked in her DNA is worth more than any life on Earth. In a maximum security prison buried deep in the desert, a single inmate sits in total silence. No visitors, no calls, no contact with the outside world. And yet, every week, he sends anonymous letters predicting violent crimes before they happen. Every detail, every name, every timestamp always correct. His name is Dr. Adrian Wolf, once the world's most brilliant behavioral.
One night, Victor gave Marcus a job that felt different. No delivery, no exchange, just observation. Follow him, Victor said, sliding a photo across the table. Tell me where he goes, who he meets, that's all. The man in the photo was ordinary, mid-30s, office clothes. Forgettable face, Marcus followed him for 3 days. On the 4th day, the man noticed. That's when everything changed. The man confronted Marcus in a subway station, crowded, loud, impossible to disappear in. You shouldn't be here, the man said quietly. Marcus froze because the man wasn't afraid. He was resigned. The man's name was Ethan Cole. Ethan wasn't a criminal, he was an accountant. Or at least, that's what his records said. What Marcus uncovered slowly was something far worse. Ethan was laundering money not for gangs, but for institutions people trusted, corporations, charities, political foundations. Legal crime, the kind that destroys lives without ever pulling a trigger. Victor wanted Ethan gone, not dead, disappeared. Marcus understood what that meant. He was being asked to erase someone. Not physically, socially, reputationally, existentially. Marcus hesitated, and hesitation is expensive. Victor reminded him of something Marcus had forgotten. You don't choose when you're done, Victor said. The city does. Marcus did the job. Bank accounts frozen, false accusations planted. Careers destroyed overnight. Ethan lost everything in less than a week. Marcus watched it happen, and something broke inside him. Because Ethan didn't fight, he accepted it. Like someone who had always known the bill would come due. Weeks later, Marcus found out why. Ethan had tried to expose the system, he failed. Marcus wasn't eliminating a threat, he was burying a warning. Guilt doesn't arrive loudly, it settles in quietly. Marcus began seeing the city differently. Every building felt complicit, every advertisement felt like a lie. Every smile felt transactional. He wanted out. Victor laughed. There is no out, he said, only distance from the blast. Marcus tried to run anyway. That's when the city closed in. Friends stopped answering calls, accounts vanished. Doors that once opened easily stayed shut. The system Marcus helped sustain turned its attention to him in the end. Marcus made one final decision. If he couldn't escape the city, he would expose it. Marcus leaked everything. Names, transactions, networks. He didn't become a hero. Heroes are protected. Marcus became a liability. The fallout was controlled, scandals redirected, sacrifices made. Marcus disappeared, not officially, but effectively. The city continued, it always does, somewhere. People still believe hard work is enough. That systems are fair, that survival is neutral. The city doesn't correct those beliefs, it relies on them. And Marcus Lane. He became what the city creates best, a lesson no one learns from. Because in the end, the city doesn't punish crime, it punishes disruption.
At first glance, this looks like an ordinary love story, a quiet town, a powerful family, and a girl who seems far too insignificant to matter. But if you keep watching, you'll realize this story is never really about love. It's about control, identity, and what happens when the truth refuses to stay buried. This story begins on a rainy night. A young woman named Elena Carter stands outside the iron gates of the Blackwood estate, soaked to the bone, holding a worn-out suitcase in her trembling hands. She has nowhere else to go. Her mother is dead. Her father's name is written on a birth certificate, but he never once looked back. And now, after 23 years of silence, the Blackwood family has finally found her. And the truth, once hidden, becomes impossible to erase, but victory doesn't come without a cost. Elena walks away from the Blackwood mansion not because she has to, but because she finally understands something powerful. Blood doesn't define family, power doesn't define worth, and sometimes, survival is the greatest revenge. As for Alexander, he leaves with her, not as an heir, not as a Blackwood, but as a man finally free. And that is the real ending of this story, not a fairy tale, not a perfect romance, but a reminder. No matter how deeply the truth is buried, it always finds a way back to the surface.
The bride who married the wrong man. Pay close attention. On what should have been the happiest day of her life, this woman walked down the aisle and accidentally married a man she had never met. Her name is Lydia Hale, the eldest daughter of a wealthy political family. For 24 years, she lived under strict rules. Perfect grades, perfect manners, perfect reputation. Her engagement to her childhood sweetheart, Ethan Crowe, was arranged when they were children. Everyone expected their wedding to be the union of two powerful families. But on the wedding day, Lydia's life derails in the most unbelievable way. Moments before the ceremony, Lydia is kidnapped by masked men, thrown into a black SUV, and drugged with something that makes her head swim. When she wakes up, she's in a dimly lit church, a completely different location. Her bouquet replaced, her veil rearranged, her bridesmaids missing, and the groom isn't Ethan. Standing at the altar is a cold, devastatingly handsome man with gray eyes as sharp as winter steel. A man Lydia has never seen in her life. His name, Damian Blackthorne, the most feared underground king in the entire eastern region, leader of the Blackthorne Syndicate. A man whose reputation can silence even the bravest criminals. Everyone calls him the Ghost King because no one knows how he rose to power, and those who try to investigate disappear. Damian takes Lydia's trembling hand. The priest asks, "Do you take this woman?" Damian answers before the priest finishes, "I do." Lydia is stunned. She protests, screams, tries to run, but the guards hold her still. Damian leans close, voice dangerously calm. "Say the words, Lydia." I don't." He whispers into her ear. "If you don't marry me, the Hale family will not live through tonight." Terror grips her heart. Shaking, Lydia barely forces the words out. "I do." The moment the ceremony ends, Damian kisses her lightly, almost mockingly. "Congratulations, Mrs. Blackthorne." Lydia is taken to a black limousine and driven to Damian's fortress-like estate. But here's the twisted part. Damian doesn't touch her, doesn't speak to her. He simply tells her, "You will stay here, you will obey my rules, and you will never leave." But Lydia refuses to be a prisoner. She starts investigating, listening to guards whisper at night, sneaking into forbidden rooms, reading documents she was never meant to see, and what she discovers changes everything, because Lydia realizes something horrifying. Damian didn't marry the wrong bride. He married the right one. Lydia was the daughter of a secret bloodline, a lineage connected to an ancient fortune, a political prophecy, and a deadly secret her parents hid for decades. Damian needs Lydia alive. because she is the key to unlocking a legacy that hundreds of powerful families have killed for. But Lydia learns something more shocking. Her childhood fiancé, Ethan, the man she thought loved her, was actually part of the conspiracy to sacrifice her. He knew she was destined to die at 24. He pretended to love her only to keep her compliant. Damien didn't kidnap her. He saved her, but salvation comes with a price. Lydia now belongs to the most dangerous man alive, and Damien has no intention of letting her go. Not after he discovers something even he didn't expect. He is falling in love with her, and when the Ghost King falls in love, entire empires burn. Super long English drama narration number 2. The woman who found a baby on her doorstep and realized it was hers. This story begins on a quiet winter morning. Snow blankets the street. The world seems peaceful until a single cry breaks the silence. A woman named Claire Rivers, a hard-working emergency nurse, opens her apartment door and finds a baby basket sitting in the hallway. Inside it, a newborn girl wrapped in a blanket embroidered with Claire's own initials. At first, Claire thinks it must be a mistake, a prank, some kind of tragic abandonment. But then she sees the note, a single line written in trembling handwriting. Please protect our daughter. They cannot know she survived. Claire freezes. The handwriting looks disturbingly familiar, because it looks like her own. Impossible, insane. But the more Claire examines it, the more certain she becomes. She wrote this note, or someone who knew her handwriting perfectly. But Claire has never been pregnant, never given birth, never even been in a long-term relationship. So how could this baby be hers? As Claire holds the baby, a wave of foreign memories hits her. Images she doesn't recognize, faces she's never seen, hospital rooms she's never entered. Every night, the memories grow stronger. A surgery she didn't remember, a man she never met, a hospital bed where she was unconscious. Claire begins digging into her past and uncovers a horrifying truth. 3 years ago, she was involved in a major accident. She was unconscious for 2 days. Doctors claimed she suffered only mild injuries. But that wasn't true. During those missing 2 days, Claire was used as a surrogate test subject for a fertility experiment led by a secret organization seeking to create genetically perfect children. Claire was selected for her medical resilience. They implanted a fertilized embryo into her body, monitored the early pregnancy, then removed the fetus covertly before she woke. Claire was never meant to know, never meant to remember, but the baby was supposed to be destroyed. Someone inside the organization betrayed them and saved the infant, placing the child on Claire's doorstep as the last chance for survival. Now a powerful corporation is hunting for the baby. They will eliminate anyone who stands in their way. Claire must run, hide, fight. She becomes a fugitive, protecting a child she never planned for, yet feels an unexplainable bond with. The twist. The baby begins showing abilities far beyond a normal infant. Rapid learning, unusual awareness, and neurological patterns never documented before. Claire realizes the company wasn't trying to create the perfect baby. They were trying to create the perfect weapon. And now, they will do anything to reclaim it. Super long English drama narration number 3. The Princess Who Escaped Her Own Funeral. This is the story of a princess who attended her own funeral. Her name is Serafini Aldera, the firstborn heir to the Aldera kingdom, known for her intelligence, beauty, and unmatched talent with diplomacy. But political enemies feared her. They needed her gone. The night before her coronation, Serafini is poisoned by her most trusted advisor. Her pulse stops. Her body grows cold. Doctors declare her death. The nation mourns. Her father falls to his knees. A grand royal funeral is prepared. Thousands gather to see the princess one last time. But here's the twist. Serafini wakes up inside her coffin, paralyzed, unable to scream, yet fully conscious. A rare toxin was used, one that mimics death flawlessly but wears off within 24 hours. Serafini fights with every ounce of strength. The sarcophagus cracks open. She crawls out, gasping for air, covered in funeral flowers. Her first thought isn't fear, it's vengeance. But she can't return to the palace because everyone has already accepted her death. The kingdom has moved on. Her younger sister is taking the throne. Her advisor, the traitor, is now controlling the royal council. Serafini realizes she must stay dead. She disguises herself and goes into hiding, forming alliances with assassins, spies, and rebels. Slowly, she uncovers the conspiracy. Foreign nations, corrupted nobles, and even her own sister, who secretly wanted the crown. The deeper Serafini digs, the darker the truth becomes. The assassination wasn't just about power. It was part of a prophecy that foretold. The eldest daughter of Aldera shall bring ruin to the realm. The kingdom didn't want to kill her out of hate. They killed her out of fear. But Serafini isn't the monster the prophecy claimed. The true monster is the person who forged the prophecy in the first place. And she plans to reclaim everything stolen from her. Her crown, her kingdom, and her fate. But first, the dead princess must return from the shadows.
The bride who married the wrong man. Pay close attention on what should have been the happiest day of her life. This woman walked down the aisle and accidentally married a man she had never met. Her name is Lydia Hale, the eldest daughter of a wealthy political family. For 24 years, she lived under strict rules, perfect grades, perfect manners, perfect reputation. Her engagement to her childhood sweetheart, Ethan Crow, was arranged when they were children. Everyone expected their wedding to be the union of two powerful families. But on the wedding day, Lydia's life derails in the most unbelievable way. Moments before the ceremony, Lydia is kidnapped by masked men, thrown into a black SUV, and drugged with something that makes her head swim. When she wakes up, she's in a dimly lit church, a completely different location, her bouquet replaced, her veil rearranged, her bridesmaids missing, and the groom isn't Ethan. Standing at the altar is a cold, devastatingly handsome man with gray eyes as sharp as winter steel. A man Lydia has never seen in her life. His name? Damien Blackthorn, the most feared underground king in the entire eastern region, leader of the Blackthorn Syndicate, a man whose reputation can silence even the bravest criminals. Everyone calls him the Ghost King because no one knows how he rose to power. And those who try to investigate disappear. Damien takes Lydia's trembling hand. The priest asks, "Do you take this woman?" Damien answers before the priest finishes, "I do." Lydia is stunned. She protests, screams, tries to run, but the guards hold her still. Damien leans close, voice dangerously calm. "Say the words, Lydia." I don't." He whispers into her ear. "If you don't marry me, the Hale family will not live through tonight." Terror grips her heart. Shaking, Lydia barely forces the words out. "I do." The moment the ceremony ends, Damien kisses her lightly, almost mockingly. "Congratulations, Mrs. Blackthorn." Lydia is taken to a black limousine and driven to Damien's fortress-like estate. But here's the twisted part. Damien doesn't touch her, doesn't speak to her. He simply tells her, "You will stay here, you will obey my rules, and you will never leave." But Lydia refuses to be a prisoner. She starts investigating, listening to guards whisper at night, sneaking into forbidden rooms, reading
permanently. Each execution carried a message: loyalty is earned, neglect is punished. The people did not fear him, they followed him. Inside the capital, paranoia took hold. Allies betrayed allies, councils fractured. Edric trusted fewer people each day. When Kaelin's forces reached the gates, the city did not resist. The final confrontation took place in the throne room. Two brothers, one crowned, Edric pleaded, Kaelin listened. And then he spoke the truth Edric had never wanted to hear. "You were raised to rule a kingdom that no longer exists." Edric offered the crown, Kaelin refused. Because Kaelin did not want power given. He wanted power recognized. Edric was exiled, not killed. Because mercy, too, is a form of control, Kaelin was crowned King Kaelin I. His reign was not gentle, but it was effective. Borders stabilized, rebellions ended. The empire survived. History would remember him as a tyrant or a savior depending on who was asked. But one truth remained undeniable: Eldoria did not fall, because one man was willing to become what the empire required. And that is how kingdoms endure, not through virtue, but through sacrifice that history prefers not to name. Memory is the most fragile form of truth. People trust it completely, even though it changes every time they touch it. This story is about a man who trusted his memory and paid the price for it. His name is Lucas Hale, at least. That's the name he remembers. Lucas wakes up in a white room with no windows, no clock, and no sound except his own breathing. The walls are clean, like they've never been lived in. There is a chair, a table, and a mirror. On the table lies a folder. On the front, written in black ink, are 3 words. Session 1, Recovery. Lucas does not remember how he got here. He does remember other things. He remembers growing up near the ocean. He remembers the smell of salt and rust. He remembers a woman's laugh, soft, familiar, painful. But when he tries to hold on to these memories, they slip, like dreams dissolving after waking. The mirror activates. A voice fills the room. Calm, professional, emotionless. Lucas Hale, the voice says. If you are hearing this, the procedure has begun. The voice explains that Lucas volunteered for an experimental treatment designed to repair severe psychological trauma. Memory fragmentation, dissociation, identity confusion. Lucas doesn't remember agreeing to anything, but the file says he did. According to the records, Lucas experienced a catastrophic event 6 months ago. Something so severe that his mind fractured to protect itself. The treatment is simple. They will help him remember session by session, memory by memory. At first, the memories seem harmless. A childhood bicycle, a high school classroom, a rainy afternoon spent waiting for someone who never arrived. Each session ends with exhaustion and a dull ache behind his eyes. Between sessions, Lucas notices something strange. Some memories feel planted ... to clean, to complete. Real memories are messy, inconsistent, emotional. These are not. During session 4, Lucas asks a question. What happens if I don't want to remember? The voice pauses. That will not be necessary. That answer stays with him. As the sessions continue, the memories grow darker. A car accident, flashing lights, someone screaming his name. Lucas feels guilt but cannot identify why. In session 7, he sees blood on his hands. In session 8, he sees the woman again. Her name is Evelyn. She is smiling at first. Then she is crying. Then she is not moving. Lucas wakes from the session screaming. For the first time, the voice sounds uneasy. You are progressing faster than expected, it says. That night, or what he assumes is night, Lucas studies the mirror and notices something impossible. His reflection is delayed, only slightly, but enough. In session 10, Lucas lies. He says he remembers everything. The voice responds instantly, that is incorrect. And the room changes. The walls darken. The temperature drops. The voice stops pretending. Lucas Hale does not exist, it says. That is when the truth begins to surface. Lucas was not a patient, he was a construct, a personality assembled from fragmented memories belonging to multiple individuals. A psychological container designed to hold guilt, trauma, and responsibility that no single mind could bear. There was an incident, a classified incident, one that resulted in dozens of deaths. The people responsible could not live with what they had done. So they split the memory ... and buried it inside Lucas. Lucas was created to forget so others could sleep. Every session was not recovery. It was containment. Lucas reacts the only way a trapped mind can. He resists. Memories collide. Identities bleed into one another. Faces overlap. Names lose meaning. The system destabilizes. The voice becomes desperate. If you continue, the construct will collapse. Lucas asks one final question. What happens if I collapse? Silence. Then the answer. Then the truth returns to those who created you. Lucas understands now he was never meant to survive. He was meant to carry the burden forever, so he makes a choice. In the final session, Lucas stops resisting. He embraces every memory, every scream, every order given. Every life lost, the room begins to fracture. The mirror shatters, and when the system fails, Lucas feels something new. Peace, not because the pain is gone, but because it no longer belongs to him alone. When the facility goes dark, alarms echo through empty halls elsewhere. People wake up screaming from dreams they don't understand. Memories return, guilt returns. Lucas Hale disappears, but the truth does not. Because memories, no matter how deeply buried, always find their way home.
Cities don't sleep, they pretend to, but they never really do. At 3 in the morning, when the streets are empty and the neon signs flicker like dying stars, the city tells the truth about who survives, about who disappears, about who never mattered in the first place. This story belongs to one of those people. His name is Marcus Lane. Marcus is not a criminal by ambition. He is a criminal by erosion. Piece by piece, the city wore him down. Marcus grew up in the kind of neighborhood people only remember when something goes wrong. His father worked himself into an early grave. His mother learned how to survive by staying quiet. The city taught Marcus its first lesson early. Effort does not guarantee escape. Marcus was smart, not brilliant, not exceptional. Just smart enough to notice patterns, to see how things actually worked. He watched men who followed the rules struggle. He watched men who broke them thrive. By the time Marcus was 25, the decision had already been made for him. He started small, running packages, delivering envelopes, asking no questions. In the underground economy, silence is currency. Marcus was good at being silent. The city rewarded him with money that disappeared as quickly as it came: rent, medical bills, debts inherited from a family that never caught a break. Marcus told himself it was temporary. Everyone does. That's the lie that keeps the machine running. Years passed. Marcus became reliable. Reliable people are dangerous not because they're violent, but because systems depend on them. And systems don't protect their foundations, they consume them. Marcus worked for a man named Victor Rains. Victor didn't look like a crime boss, he looked like a consultant. Calm voice, clean hands, always polite. Victor controlled networks, not streets, information, not guns. And information is far more lethal.
The world did not end in fire. There were no explosions, no dramatic speeches, no final warning reported on the news. The world ended quietly. It ended with empty shelves, with unanswered phone calls, with doors that stopped opening. By the time people realized something was truly wrong, society had already collapsed. This story begins 6 months after that collapse. His name is Daniel Mercer. Before the fall, Daniel was ordinary in every way that mattered. He worked a desk job. He complained about traffic. He believed that tomorrow would always arrive as scheduled. Now, tomorrow is never guaranteed. Daniel lives alone in what used to be a suburban neighborhood. Houses stand like skeletons intact on the outside, hollow within. Some were abandoned peacefully. Others still carry marks of violence on their walls. Every morning, Daniel follows the same routine. He wakes before sunrise. He checks the perimeter. He counts his supplies. Canned food, bottled water, a handgun with limited ammunition. He keeps track of everything because forgetting is dangerous. In this world, mistakes are fatal. The collapse wasn't caused by war, or climate, or even disease. It was caused by silence. One day, systems stopped responding. Power grids failed. Financial networks froze. Supply chains broke down with no explanation. Governments issued statements, then stopped speaking altogether. No enemy ever appeared, and that terrified people more than any invasion could have. At first, neighbors helped each other. They shared food. They shared information. Then supplies ran low. That was when kindness became conditional. Daniel remembers the exact moment he stopped trusting people. It was the day he watched a man beg for water and then pull a knife the moment Daniel turned his back. From that day on, Daniel survived by one rule: never assume innocence. Months pass. Seasons change. The world grows quieter. One afternoon, Daniel hears a sound he hasn't heard in weeks. Footsteps, careful, measured, not desperate. Someone knows what they're doing. Daniel hides inside his house, watching through a cracked window. A woman enters the street, carrying a backpack and a rifle slung across her shoulder. She moves like someone who has survived longer than most. Her name is Mara. They don't trust each other. Trust is expensive now. Their first conversation is short. Their weapons remain visible, their distance carefully measured. But survival favors cooperation. Mara knows things Daniel doesn't. She's traveled beyond the neighborhood, seen cities reduced to graves. She tells him the truth no one wants to hear. The collapse isn't temporary. No help is coming. The world people remember is gone. Together, they form an uneasy alliance. Days turn into weeks. They scavenge abandoned buildings. They avoid roads. They watch the horizon constantly. And slowly, something dangerous happens. They begin to feel human again. They talk at night. They share memories of a world that feels fictional now. They laugh quietly, as if afraid laughter might attract death. But hope is a liability. One night, they encounter a group of survivors. Families, children, people who look harmless. The leader asks for food. Daniel hesitates. Mara doesn't. She says no. When the group leaves, Daniel argues with her. They needed help. Mara looks at him and says something that changes everything. So did we. No one helped us. Days later, they find that same group again. Only this time, the group is armed and they're not asking. Daniel witnesses what desperation truly looks like. The survivors kill without hesitation. They take everything. They leave bodies behind. Daniel and Mara escape, but something inside Daniel breaks. That night, he can't sleep because he realizes a terrifying truth. The apocalypse didn't turn people into monsters. It revealed who they already were. As resources disappear, morality follows. Daniel struggles with what survival requires. Mara accepts it. She's not cruel, she's realistic. She tells Daniel about a settlement rumored to exist far north. A place with rules, structure, power. But power always has a price. They reach the settlement weeks later. It's real. Walls, guards, organization. For the first time since the collapse, Daniel feels safe until he learns how the settlement survives. They trade protection for obedience. They exile the weak. They execute those who challenge authority. Order has replaced chaos, and at the cost of compassion. Daniel is offered a choice: stay and become part of the system, or leave and return to uncertainty. Mara already knows her answer. She refuses to live in another cage. Daniel hesitates, because survival without humanity feels meaningless, and humanity without survival feels impossible. In the end, Daniel leaves with her. Not because he's brave, but because he's still afraid of becoming someone he can't recognize. They disappear back into the ruins. The world remains broken. Civilization does not return. But Daniel understands something now. The end of the world wasn't a single moment. It was a process, and survival isn't about staying alive. It's about deciding who you are willing to become to do so. Because when everything else is gone, that choice is all that remains.
Empires are not built by heroes. They are built by men willing to make decisions others cannot live with. This story begins at the moment an empire starts to rot from the inside. The kingdom of Eldoria had ruled the continent for over 3 centuries. Its banners flew over cities, ports, and trade routes that fed the wealth of the entire realm to the common people. Eldoria represented order, stability, a promise that tomorrow would resemble today. But stability is fragile. And power, when inherited too long, forgets its purpose. King Alaric IV was dying. The illness did not announce itself dramatically. It weakened him slowly, stealing breath, strength, and clarity piece by piece. By the time the court acknowledged the truth, the question was no longer if the king would die but who would rule after him. Officially, the answer was simple: Prince Edric, the king's eldest legitimate son. Educated, polite, entirely unprepared, Edric had been raised in safety, shielded from bloodshed, taught diplomacy without consequence. He believed that words could still solve problems that had long since grown beyond language. The nobles smiled when he spoke, and sharpened their knives when he turned away. Unspoken among the court was another name: Kaelan, the king's bastard son, born to a woman erased from history. Raised far from the palace, trained not in books, but in war, Kaelan had bled for Eldoria in border conflicts where the crown refused to look. He had no claim, no title, and the loyalty of men who would gladly die for him. Kaelan returned to the capital when the king's condition worsened. His arrival unsettled the court. Soldiers straightened their posture. Servants whispered, nobles avoided his gaze. Because Kaelan did not beg for acceptance, he did not ask for permission to exist, King Alaric summoned both sons to his chambers. What was said inside those walls was never recorded. But when Kaelan emerged, his face was heavier. And when Edric followed, his hands were shaking. The king died 3 days later. The coronation was swift to swift. Edric was crowned beneath banners still smelling of funeral incense. He spoke of peace, of unity, of honouring his father's legacy. The crowd cheered, the council plotted. Within weeks, the cracks began to show. Border lords withheld taxes, trade guilds demanded privileges. Mercenary companies offered loyalty for a price. Edric tried to negotiate. The empire bled. Meanwhile, Kaelan vanished. Officially, he was sent away for his own safety. In truth, he was gathering something more dangerous than an army. He was gathering belief among soldiers abandoned by the crown, among villagers burned by neglect, among men who remembered that Eldoria was once protected by strength, not promises. Civil war did not begin with a declaration. It began with silence. Supply lines failed. Garrisons switched banners overnight. Royal messengers stopped returning. Edric's advisors urged action, he hesitated. Because every order meant blood, and Edric had never learned how to live with blood on his hands. Kaelan, however, had, when Kaelan finally marched. He did so not as a conqueror but as a correction. He did not sack cities, he did not slaughter civilians. He removed governors. Inside that mansion lives Alexander Blackwood, the youngest heir of the Blackwood Empire. Cold, calculating, and dangerously intelligent. To the outside world, he is perfection itself, a future CEO, a golden boy, a man who never makes mistakes. But Alexander hates this house, because this house is built on secrets. The moment Helena steps inside, the atmosphere shifts. The servants stare at her like she doesn't belong. The walls whisper stories no one dares to tell. And at the center of it all sits Margaret Blackwood, the matriarch. Watching Helena with a gaze sharp enough to cut through bone, Margaret doesn't welcome her. She studies her like a problem that should have been erased long ago. You see, Helena isn't just a long-lost daughter, she's evidence. Evidence of an affair, evidence of betrayal. Evidence that the Blackwood family is not as perfect as they claim. And so, Margaret makes a decision. Helena can stay but only under one condition. She will never reveal her true identity to the world. Helena is introduced as nothing more than a distant relative. A charity case, a girl taken in out of kindness. But kindness has never existed in this house from the very first day. Helena becomes invisible. She eats after everyone else. She walks with her head down. She learns quickly which hallways to avoid, which words not to say, and which emotions to swallow. Except around Alexander. Alexander notices everything. He notices the way Helena flinches when voices are raised. The way she holds her breath when Margaret enters the room. The way she looks at family portraits like she's searching for herself among strangers. At first, Alexander keeps his distance, because getting close to Helena means getting close to the truth. And the truth is dangerous, but distance doesn't last. Late one night, Alexander finds Helena in the library, asleep at the desk, a stack of old documents scattered around her. She's been searching, digging, asking questions she shouldn't. That's when Alexander realizes something terrifying. Helena doesn't just want acceptance, she wants answers. And answers could destroy everything. As days turn into weeks, tension builds. Helena overhears conversations that weren't meant for her ears. She sees the cracks in the Blackwood Empire, shady deals, silent threats, alliances built on fear instead of loyalty. Meanwhile, Margaret grows increasingly hostile. Because Margaret knows something Helena doesn't. The Blackwood family didn't lose Helena by accident, she was erased on purpose. Years ago, when Helena's existence threatened the inheritance line, a decision was made. Money changed hands, records disappeared. A woman was paid to vanish with her child. But the child survived, and now she's back. The closer Helena gets to the truth, the more dangerous her position becomes. Servants are fired overnight, security tightens. Even Alexander is warned to stay away from her, but by then, it's already too late. Because somewhere between shared silences and stolen glances, Alexander falls in love with her, and that love becomes the final threat to the Blackwood legacy. When Helena finally uncovers the truth that she is not a guest, not a burden, but a rightful heir, everything explodes. Margaret denies it. The family panics, the board of directors intervenes, and Alexander is forced to choose. Family or Helena.